Hi everyone, and welcome to Miss R's Mindfulness. And I'm so glad you could be here with me today. So we're going to talk today about gratefulness. Gratefulness is like the most positive emotion that you can have. Okay, and the reason is because it makes you happy when you're grateful for stuff. And it makes other people happy, and it gives you a better frame of mind. So it's kind of like our breathing. The more you practice it, the better you get at it, and the better you feel inside. So gratefulness is like another word for being thankful, right? And sometimes we take things for granted, like our breathing. So we breathe every day, right? But we get up and we're doing it all day long, so we don't even think about it. We think it's a normal thing. And so we kind of take that for granted, but we should be very, very grateful for our breathing, because if you couldn't breathe, what would happen, right? So if we weren't breathing, we wouldn't even be alive. So we need to be grateful for our breathing and many, many, many other things that we overlook or we just take for granted as just a regular thing without even thinking about it. So we're going to talk about that today. And we're going to do our breathing. So to start, we're going to start with our breathing. So I want you to be in your mindful bodies. Okay. Do this with Miss R. And I want you to be very grateful about your breathing today, because this is what our lesson's on, right? So when you breathe in like that, I want you to feel the breath coming from your belly all the way up and up at your nose, right? And then when you breathe out, you're going to feel it again, like you're going to feel your breath where it's going, right? So you're breathing in. It's coming in through your nose and going down to your belly, and you're breathing out, and it's coming from your belly back out through your nose, okay? So here we go. So we're going to do it 3 times, and then we're going to do the biggest breath that we can so that we can help relax ourselves for our lesson, okay? So here we go. Watch my ball. Breathe in. Hold it. And out. Again. In. Hold it. And out. Don't forget to feel your breath going in through your nose and out. Ready? In. And out. Okay, so one last time. We're going to do it. Your biggest breath in through your nose, all the way down to your belly, back out, and all the way back up your belly, all the way up, 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 and then out your nose, okay? Here we go. Breathe in. Hold it, and breathe out. Good job. Thank you. So happy you're doing this with me today. So today we're going to play a game, and it's about gratitude. So it's just things. Miss R put a bunch of stuff into a little jar, and we're going to pull it out and talk about it, and stuff that we should be grateful for. But again, we take advantage and we just take it for granted, right? So here I go. What do we have? Ice cream. Oh, ice cream. Okay, so ice cream, we just take it for granted because we get ice cream and we eat it, right? But ice cream, if you actually look at it, at the pretty colors, because sometimes you like strawberry, sometimes you get chocolate, sometimes you get all different things. And you should be grateful that you have a choice of your ice cream, right? Because not everybody gets a choice. Sometimes they just get ice cream that somebody gives them, and it's whatever it is, right? But ice cream makes me very happy, because when Miss R's sad, then somebody brings me ice cream. I'm very grateful because it makes me happy, because I can sit and enjoy my ice cream and I don't worry about anything else because my ice cream tastes so good. That's all I can think about. So that's why you need to be very grateful for ice cream, right? Most times we don't think about that, but you need to be grateful, right? I'm grateful for the people that make the ice cream and the people that take it to the store and for the stores that sell ice cream too, because if they didn't have it, nobody would be able to get it for me, right? So that's one thing you should be grateful for. What else do we have in our bucket? Water. Oh yeah. You have to be grateful for water because if you didn't have water, you'd be very thirsty. And yes, you could drink other stuff, but the rule is that really our bodies need water to live, and we cannot live very many days without water. So we need to be grateful that we have water in our taps, and it's clean drinking water, because there's lots of places in the world where they don't have clean drinking water. They have dirty water, have to drink it, and they get very sick. So we have to be grateful for our water, right? One more. We'll do one more. What do we have in here? I have two, so I got to take one off. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Parents, aunties, brothers, and sisters. So why do you think we need to be grateful for parents, aunties, brothers, and sisters? Okay. Well, let's see. Not everybody has brother and sister, right? Or parents or aunties and stuff like that. But if you have one, they're very helpful and they love you and they're always there for you. And even sometimes when we get mad at them, they're still there for you, right? And they don't ever go away. They're always beside you and helping you all the time. And so we need to be grateful. And we need to be thankful that we have them in our lives, because not everybody has the stuff that we have, right? Like some people have some stuff and some people have other stuff, right? But we don't always have the same stuff, right? So that's why we need to be grateful. Now, the reason we focus on being grateful, guys, is because it helps us to be more healthy, because it gives us more positive thoughts instead of negative thoughts. So the more you practice, the more healthy your mind is, right? Because you start being more positive. And it's just like when we do our breathing, the more you practice, the better you get at it, right? So it doesn't mean you're going to be like happy all the time or grateful all the time, but the more you do it, the more you will be, right? And it helps you to build relationships with people, because if you're grateful and you're thankful for stuff and you show people that, then they're very happy. And when they're happy, they make you happy, right? And it helps you also to deal with your problems, because if you can learn to be grateful for stuff, you can always find something to be grateful for when you're feeling like a little bit bummed out or like tired or whatever. You can always find something that you know will help make you happy, right? And then you think about that and it won't seem as bad as it was when you first thought about it or when something first happened, right? So Miss R is going to show you a few tricks. This is things that I do to help me focus on what makes me happy and showing people to be grateful, like to be appreciative of the things that people do, right? So Miss R has a book and has little hearts on it because I like hearts, because I love everything, right? I love people. I love you guys. I love everything. And life is so full of so many good things, no matter what your situation is. If you write it down, it'll help you to remember all the good stuff all the time, okay? So Miss R writes every day in her book 3 things that she's grateful for. So I need you to practice that this week. And if you don't have a book, that's okay, because you can write it on a piece of paper, or you can even write it on like a sticky note, or you can do whatever you want and just write it down so that you can remember the things that you were grateful for that day, okay? And another thing to practice being grateful or thankful is when somebody does something nice to you, maybe you should like write them a little note on a sticky pad or on a piece of paper, or if you make them a card or something, and say, thanks for that. Like, that made me so happy. And just do things like that. And the more you do that, the more you will be showing like your gratitude to other people. Okay, so that's your project for this week from Miss R, is I want you to write down 3 things every day that makes you happy or makes you thankful. So it could be your auntie, it could just be that somebody gave you something, or it could just be like you were grateful because the sun was shining today and it wasn't cold out, right? So anything. So just write down your 3 things all week of the stuff you're grateful for. Okay? I'll see you later.